greet you. Wait, Yerlin. Good morning, 6:04.
Good morning, Miss Canela, Mr.
Thank you, Abigail. Good morning.
Mr. R.
All right, guys, so let's check what's going on. We got 11 students here. So good morning, Kalani, David, Amanda, Adam, Samiri, Remesis, Mr. R, Ian, Yerlin, Caleb, Leanna, and Boris. Nice to see you, and Abigail. Nice to meet you.
Good morning, everyone. Just a couple of announcements. The first one is we're gonna discuss some progress report grades. Being that, some of you have attended, some of you haven't, and some of you need the restructuring. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm not feeling so good. However, there's a couple of announcements. I said that already twice, but I need you guys to pay attention. There's a couple of concerns. So realize that I had posted up today's work, and what I noticed that you guys were doing is that you were turning in your assignments during class time. Not acceptable. David, by the way, nice haircut. So a lot of things that we're doing now is that I stopped you guys from actually going and doing your assignment. Like if you notice, you click on your assignment, it's going to tell you not accepting responses. That was because of me. I did that. Throughout the lesson, what I want you guys to do is fully participate. Remember, if you leave class early, you do not get credit for the day, even if you do your work. And then on top of that, if you have any emergency situations, by all means, please email us and make sure that you understand that today's lesson is going to be revolving around the next couple of weeks. Are we clear? Yes. Thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying. Leave them up. The way I can see it. Leave them up. Leave them up. Leave them up. Okay. No, Justin. Justin, I don't see nothing, sir. I don't know what. Okay. Justin, I actually wrote your name down because I'm going to see if I can get you a laptop from the school. Now, that goes another little speech. Raise your hand if you're using a school laptop or you have a school laptop. Okay. Raise your hand if you need one.
Remesis, you need a laptop? Wait, so Adam, do you need a laptop?
No, I have the school laptop.
Okay.
Raise your hand if you don't have a school laptop and you need one.
Raise your hand if you, Justin. Okay, Justin.
Okay, which is just good. All right, perfect. Now, that being said, guys, I already wrote down all this stuff. Another thing, guys, you have to stop submitting late work. That's it. It's over. Me and Ms. Canella spent the whole day yesterday making sure your progress report grades are in. Some of you are passing. Some of you are failing completely. It's okay. It's progress reports. Progress reports is like, oh, wait, let me stop you for a minute and let me tell you, this is where you at. That way you can either what? One, fix yourself up and get yourself together. And two, make sure that you're doing all our assignments and getting everything done. Does that make sense to everyone? Thumbs up if you only heard me. Say that again. All right. The third thing that I got to mention is very, very simple, guys. Part of getting the good grade, part of being on time, part of doing all your stuff on time is one, participating, two, being here and actually getting all your work out of the way. Does that make sense? Okay. That being said, Ms. Canella, do I have a host?
You want to do this one, right?
Yes, ma'am, please.
All right.
I'm going to run through this, and I'm going to make sure that this class in particular is going to run through it with me.
Wait, did you take attendance yet?
I have not. That's your job. We switch off roles all the time.
All right. I just submitted it. Let me give you hosting. Sorry, guys.
You're good? You're good.
All right,
Mr. Romero, you missed the whole speech, sir. So at the end, make sure that you hear me or somebody. I'll repeat it later on, okay?
I'm going to
all right.
Now, Mr. R, okay?
On GradeLink, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me know when you have it open.
I have GradeLink open. Let me just log in, log me out. All right, lovely. Let's go into lovely attendance. Here we go. We're in 6:04, right, sir?
Yes.
All right. Shoot, Justin.
Which one?
Photo.
Yes, he was here. Yes, he is here. Yeah.
Emma
Cantu, not here. Probably in school because of Thursday. Boris is not here. Boris is here. Sorry, Boris is here.
Ian? David?
Here.
Maria?
David is here.
Maria?
Maria is not here.
Yerlin?
Yerlin is here.
Remesis?
Remesis is here. Just came in again. He left and came in.
Caleb?
Caleb is here.
Samiri?
Samari is here.
Natalie? Adam?
Natalie's here. Adam's here.
Juliana,
Juliana is here.
Emmanuel,
Who?
Emmanuel Rivera.
No.
Okay, Keelani, I think I saw her. Brandon,
Brandon Romero is here.
Leanna Sanchez,
He's here.
Kevin,
Kevin no.
and Abigail.
Abigail's here.
All right, so the attendance is marked in. Okay, we're gonna get this party started. Let's go. Oh, by the way, before Mr. R shares the screen, in your forms later, you'll have to watch a video because it's gonna help you get the answers, and there's questions from the video.
So, okay, where is it? I posted it up earlier today. 604.
All right, guys, today
Again, stop submitting late assignments. Remedies, what are you doing? Like, I'm getting these emails while we're working, guys. Stop. It's over. There's no way you could get us credit for that. What am I doing? See what you can. Okay. Focus, Mr. R. Focus. All right, here we go. All right. Camera should be on unless otherwise instructed. What is this? Is that a rap name? Okay, so learning target. I can locate and identify the name and the coordinates on a plane by using horizontal and vertical number lines. You should know this by now. Today, scholars will be reviewing how to locate, name, identify ordered pairs on a coordinate plane, graph them, and determine the position of all rational numbers on horizontal and vertical number lines. Things that you should know right by now is the origin, which is always going to be the center point, where the X and Y axis intersect. So that center point in the middle would be the origin. Quadrants, which start with the letter C for us. Think about it as a big C. You start with quadrant 1, 2, 3, and then 4 at the very bottom, right? You have the X-axis, which is horizontal, and Y. X is high. Y is high. X to the side. That's the way we remember it. You also have X coordinate, which is on the coordinates on here. You guys will see that later on. And you have axes, which is the X-axis and the Y-axis. And then you have ordered pairs, which determine the numbers away from distance of 0. So this is a coordinate plane. Usually you guys will see this very simple, right? The origin is at the center, quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4, as I mentioned. You have the ordered pairs on the side. We read this first number always to be X, the second number always to be Y. It never changes. Are we clear? I hope you are, because you're going to be the first ones going. Okay, so model problem 1.
Leanna, can we have Leanna go first?
Sure, Leanna. Point A and point B are placed on the number line, okay? So I'm going to do you a favor, and I'm going to draw a number line really quickly, okay? Point P, oh, this is off. I like this.
So point A is located at -20, so he's going to draw 0 for us. He's going to fill in -20. And point B, -20, he's going to put point A on top. Point
Jesus
B,
Christ, what's up with this? Hold on.
Whoa.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Wait, it's supposed to be -20. Yikes.
I got you. -20.
And point B is 5 less than point A. So Leanna, if we're at -20 and you owe me 5 more.
I already have the answer to this one. So what I did was, since it says that it's 5 less than point A and point A is -20, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna go 5 units to the right.
Wait, are you sure about that?
Yeah, 5 units to the right. Like, so.
All right. So
Okay, so let me explain myself. So I'm thinking of, like, -20 and everything, and it's 5 less. So you're gonna take 5 units away from 20, which is gonna be -15.
So I see your explanation. Can I correct you on something?
You could.
Let's say you owe me $20. And you come up to me the next day and you're like, well, Mr. R, can I borrow another $5? And I give it to you. How much you owe me completely?
Say it again? Y'all are laggy, that's why.
Oh, I apologize. Can you hear me better?
A little bit, but your voice is still a little laggy.
So
really? I'll say, so let's say you owe me $20. And then the next day you come and you say, but Mr. R, can I borrow another $5? How much money do you owe me?
-$25.
There you go.
So when you read this less than, just imagine this being a negative number.
But why does
right?
it say then if that's the case? Because that sounds like a subtraction.
Exactly, right? It says, oh, less than, but it's not, right? Because it's still not the right. So the way they want to do this is they want to confuse you in your head, which is what people do. They're like, oh, well, that's easy. If you take less than 5, no, right? We always think that, oh, less than is that, but no. In this case, it's saying you owe $20 and then you're going to put, another $5 on top. So the question now is asking you, what do we do with 15? Should we cross out 15?
Yes.
Good, right? So B and D out the way. Now look at, so real quick, we also know that negative 25 is over here, right? I don't know why my mouse is doing this. Sorry, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Jesus Christ.
Whoa. Hey.
It's real bad today. I don't know what's going on.
So look, is negative 25 to the right or the left of point A, Leanna?
It's the left.
So which one is it? C or A?
It's C.
Yes, it is. Do you need us to make it a little larger, maybe at 125?
Yes, please.
Is that better?
Yes.
My number line is not better at all, but is that better?
Do you guys all see that? Why it's negative 25 and not negative 15? What Leanna did is something very common. They want you to do that, okay? And it's okay because we did that too when we were in your grade.
Yeah, we did. But keywords, guys, keywords help you. So when it says less than, just imagine a negative number inside of it. Does that make sense? Keywords are out there to help you out the best they can. So the next one, Ms. Camilla, do you want me to do that one or you do it?
I could do it. So I'm going to call on Adam. So Adam, we know that we have the coordinates, which is an ordered pair for point F at 1, negative 5 that we typed on the screen, right? And we know that point G is negative 1, negative 0.5. We know that every single time we start at the origin. So let's look at A. We want to go to point F. Point F, the first number is 1, which is the X value, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to move to the right one time. Now, what's in between 0 and 1?
0 and 1?
Yeah, what's in between 0 and 100? Let's start there.
0 and 100, 50?
50. 50 is the same as 0.5, which is the same as 1/2. Would you agree?
Yes.
So look at point F on letter A. That is 1, 0.5, right? That Y value is the second number. The X is the first number. So if I go to the origin and I move 1 to the right, and then I move up to 0.5, I arrive at point F. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at point G. We need negative 1, negative 0.5. So we're going to start at the origin, which is in green, which is 0, 0.
Yeah.
The negative, do we move to the right or the left?
To the left.
Left, 1 space. Now we want to go to negative 0.5. Do we move up or down?
Down.
Down. Bam, look at. There's the answer.
Yeah.
That was easy. But
Yeah.
that's how you would go about it in every single answer. Like if you look at C, it says 1, negative 0.5. That's not true for F because both values have to be positive. So that's wrong, right? If you look at B, we have 0.5 and then we go up to positive 1. Well, that's not true because the first number is the X, right? If you look at D, we need the F has to be positive 1. Look at the F. It's at negative 1 for the X, so it's completely wrong. So the only answer that makes sense is A, sir, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people, what they do is they don't read carefully. Okay, Mr. R is going to do this one. Oh, wait. Yeah. Do we need to make the numbers larger, Mr. R?
You see that now, right?
Yeah, maybe 150 on this. Guys, real quick on this one before Mr. R calls on someone, we color coordinated the x-axis in green. So in this question, every number that's green is the x, and every number that's in blue represents the y-axis, like the coordinate plane we made, all right?
So Abigail, I actually didn't unmute because you're going to be doing this one. You're going to do point A, Elaine Martinez. Okay. Abigail, point A. David, point B. Samari, point C. And Yerlin, point D. So Abigail, point A says that we're going to be looking for 6-1. You see that? 6-1 right here? Right? So I always start where? At the origin. Whoa, Miss Canella, I couldn't delete that.
Oh, do you want me to erase it?
Yeah, I can't delete it if you do it. All right. So point 6-1. Abigail, where am I going and what am I doing?
You're gonna move 6 units to the right.
Okay, so 6 units. And then?
And then you have to, what was the
It
other
was
number?
6.1.
You would have to go up 1 unit.
Good. So I'm actually gonna use the shape, right? And I'm gonna get the red and I'm gonna put it at 6.1 like you said. Good. That will be the shape right there. Now, who's the next one I said? I think it was David Dominic. David, -1, 5. Where am I going? I start at the origin.
Mr. R, she didn't say the quadrant.
Oh, she did not. Abigail, what quadrant is it in?
We got to label point A there with the dot.
That is quadrant 1.
Good. I don't know what's up in my mouse. Jesus.
And then don't forget to put the dot inside the circle and then A. There we go. Perfect.
Okay. David, -5. I mean, -1, 5. -1, 5. Which way am I going, sir?
Right.
Right. So I go this way.
If you go to the right, what numbers are there, David? Positive or negative?
Negative. So we have to go left.
Good.
Left. So I go left once. Okay. And then which way I go? Up or down?
And you go.
How many times?
You have to go left once, and then you have to go up 5 times.
Perfect. Good so far. Right. I'm gonna take the shape. I'm also gonna put it there. That way you know where it's at. And what point is this, David?
This is 1.5.
Letter.
Yeah, but the letter is what?
Oh, the letter is double I.
Right here, David, right here.
Oh, B. Right.
B, right? B. And then you're right. What quadrant is it, David?
Double I.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what number?
-1, 5.
So the I stands for 2, okay? This is number 2. This is 1. This right here is 3. And this right here means 4, okay? I gotta keep admitting people. I don't know what's wrong. Okay. So yeah, we got that. Now the next one is C, which is, I believe, who I said? Samari, right? Yeah.
Yes, Samari, what do? We want to go to -3, -2. So tell us, where do we start?
We start at the origin.
Okay.
Good.
Figure out the problem.
And then we go 3 spaces to the left.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go 2 spaces down.
Okay.
Perfect.
And that is on quadrant 3.
Excellent. And what point did you just graph on the coordinate plane? What's that ordered pair?
You said what?
What is that ordered pair? What's the X and Y value? What did you just graph? You said it perfectly. Negative what? Look at choice C up here.
-3.
-3, comma. What's the Y value in blue?
Comma 2.
-2.
-2.
Perfect. All right, Mr. R, who's doing letter D?
I believe I said Yerlin.
Yerlin. Can you help Mr. R and I out and your classmates?
Yeah.
So we're looking for this one, Yerlin, right here.
Okay.
What do how do I start? We always go at the origin, right?
Yeah.
And then which way am I going?
Left.
Left, so this way?
Yeah.
Well, what's the first number?
4. -4.
Nope, 4, +4. You see that? Oh, you don't see that. I think it's too big. But the first number is +4. So which way am I going? Left or right?
Right.
How many times?
4.
Good. And then am I going up or down?
Down.
How many times?
4.
Perfect. And what point is this?
4.
What letter is this, I mean?
D.
Perfect. D. And then what quadrant is it in? 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Everybody see what she did? Good. You guys could do this. That's perfect. Now, we're going to have to do something else. So I'm going to erase these points right here. Oh,
I think that was, I'll erase that after in the next class, right, Mr. R?
That's the one. That's the next one. So you're gonna give it away, but okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. But we could do it in a different color. It's cool.
All right. So guys, pay attention to this. It says,
So,
describe how. Oh, you want to do it? Go ahead.
sure. You're going to graph point 5, 4. So let's go graph 5, 4 first. Okay. So let's go on the coordinate plane. Mr. R is going to scroll up. 5,
Abigail, go.
5, 4.
5, 4.
Let's go
Sorry.
graph that first. So we're going to have Natalie help us out. Natalie, we want to graph 5, 4. So we're going to start where? What's that center point of the graph called? The what? Oh, she's having an issue with her thing. Okay, 0, 0. Yes, we call 0, 0 the what? Starts with an O.
I can actually turn on mute. Maybe that will help.
The origin. All right, so Natalie, we start at the origin. We want to go to 5. Do we move to the right or to the left on the x-axis? We want positive 5. We move to the right 5 times. Perfect. Now we want to go to positive 4 for the y. The y is in blue. So do we go up or down for positive? Let's see what Natalie. Up. Good job, Natalie. Up. So we're going to go where the red dot is, right? Mr. R is going to put, what color are you using?
Pink.
Red? Pink?
Yep.
All right. So he's going to put a dot there. He's going to label that 5, 4. And he's going to put parentheses around because it describes the location and your direction. Now we're going to go graph 5, negative 4, right? 5 on the x and negative 4 on the y. So let's have, let's see.
Alani.
Yeah, you go.
So you start at the origin and you move to the right 5 and then you move down 4.
Perfect. And what number is this? What coordinates?
5,
what?
the comma negative 4.
Good.
Perfect.
So
Guys, you got to when you're doing this by paper, guys, you actually got to write the coordinates down when you mark the point. Sometimes the points also have a letter next to it representing that. You might want to get used to writing that. Now, really quickly, Kaylani, the question is asking you, what is the similarities that they have?
So looking at, right, we have 5, 4, which is in the first quadrant, right? We make that C for Miss Canella, like Mr. R spoken about. And then we have 5, negative 4 in the fourth quadrant, IV. How are both these points similar? What do you notice about X or Y axis?
They're similar because they're like in the 5s are the same.
Which is on what
axis?
Oh, we said that at the same time.
That is the...
Remember, the green was what axis?
The Y? No. The X axis.
Uh-huh. Right. So, right, the X values are both 5 because they're on the same axis. They're on the X axis, which is horizontal from left to right. The X axis is the same, right? Because it's still 5. You still have to move 5 to the right, which means how are they different now, Keelani? Finish it up. Look at the Y values now.
They're different because the 4 for the second thing is a negative 4.
When you say
which
the
is what?
thing, what axis is that?
The Y axis.
Right. One is a positive.
Hold on, really quickly, Keelani. 4 and negative 4, what are they? You're right, they're different, but why?
Because one is a positive and one is a negative.
And what's the word that we use for that?
They are what of each other?
Starts with the O.
I know.
No, thanks.
It's the opposite value. No.
Yes, perfect. They're opposites of each other. Beautiful, Keelani Roman. See, you knew. Good job. They are opposites of each other, right? Every integer has
I'm not going to write each other because that's not to write, but yeah, you guys got it. Good.
Juliana, you may go.
Huh?
Oh, Juliana needs to use the restroom.
Ah, okay.
All right, we're almost done, and then you're going to be working on your independent work.
And then we gotta break out into breakout rooms too. So
Yeah.
sorry guys, this is taking forever. Okay.
All right, guys, almost done. We just did this. Here we go. Mr. R, your turn.
Yes, I'm gonna use Brandon for this one. Brandon, which of the following coordinates is the farthest to the right of the origin coordinate plane? Now, real quick, to help you out, I'm gonna draw this really quickly with some lines. Hopefully, it works properly. Right. We have 0 here and another 0 here. That centerpiece is called the origin, Brandon. So we're looking. What axis is this, Brandon? The horizontal. What axis is that?
The x-axis.
Perfect. What axis is this? The
The
vertical.
y-axis.
Perfect. Now that being said, we're only looking for the farthest to the right. So which one am I going to worry about?
Meaning which number? The X or the Y number?
The x.
Good. So let's for this case, let's think about this. The origin of the center, which I'm gonna use green for, is 0, 0, right? Now, if I was to plot these numbers down, meaning we're only going to be looking at what points? You said the x-axis. In the coordinate, the first number represents x. The second number represents y. So that being said, the first number is going to be the x value, yes? We're looking for the one that's farthest to which way? The positive, right? This is positive x. This is negative x. Yes? So which one is farthest to the right? Brandon.
7.
7, yes, good. So realize he eliminated a because it's a negative number. He eliminated 0 because that's the origin and that's the point that we started. He eliminated 4 because it is less than 7. And he circled D. Now, why did you choose that answer, Brandon?
Because if it was 4, it would have been much greater, but if 7 is much greater than 4, it's not possible that it could be
Perfect.
the farthest to the right.
Perfect. So we noticed that 7 is the farthest. Wow, I can't spell today. To the right
Of the origin.
of the origin. Right? Everybody see that? Cool. Thumbs up if you understand that. Thumbs up if you understand that.
Wait on, see everyone's thumb. You have a question? Someone has a question. Samari has a question?
Absolutely. Samari, talk to me.
Nah, I didn't mean to raise my hand. I meant to put my thumb up.
Oh, okay. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns at this point? Going once, going twice.
Any?
Okay, continue. Miss Canella,
Yes?
is this
All
you,
right.
or we're going to stop
Yeah,
here and let them do? Actually, it's 10:40. We should stop.
I think they should do their independent. We put a lot on here, but you're going to see this on your independent and exit ticket. Mr.
Justin, that camera should be turned on. Sir Remesis,
Yes.
Juliana,
Yes.
what's up with these cameras being off, guys?
Come on, Boris. I sent you a message.
Justin, I understand that you are trying to probably do work, but you're not supposed to be having your camera off. I understand you're also on the phone. But right now, I need your full attention.
Real quick, guys. Where do we always start when we graph? What's that center point called? Adam.
Origin.
Origin. The origin, right? 0.00. Now.
All right, so really quickly though, guys, I'm gonna open up the 2 assignments. I'm gonna show you how to get there first. So if I was you guys, some of you guys actually don't understand that you have to click on the Google form and actually submit the work. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So I'm gonna share my screen again. I'm gonna go to this again, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to Google Classroom, and as soon as I open up Google Classroom, this beautiful page comes up. And it's 604. I would actually go to the assignment where it says, Ms. Canella posted up the assignment. Realize you have 2 of them. Do every single day at the end of class, which you have enough time to do now. You have the independent practice problems here. You click on it, and you actually go to the form. If you click on it right now while you're on here, you're not going to be able to access it because I said I'm not accepting responses. I have to turn that on. And then you have to go back and actually click on the exit ticket as well. Okay? And do the exact same form again. You click on the form and you submit it. On the form itself, there is a video just in case you need help. It is 8 minutes long, but it actually addresses the concerns that you may have questions about. Also, you also have me and Miss Canella here. In a moment, what's going to happen is that me and Miss Canella, well, I will be staying here and making sure that you guys are doing all your work. You may not leave the Zoom session until 10 o'clock, or I should say 11:10, actually. 11:10. So that means you have till 11:10 to complete all your work. I'm going to stop talking now because I talk too much. And you guys should be working. I'm going to make sure that I open up the Google Forms and everything. Exit ticket is not open, and so is your independent practice. It is now open. Realize that you have a good amount of time to do all your work. You may not leave the session. If you leave the session, guys, I can actually mark this down on you, right? So I will make sure that I'm writing it on my notepad that you left class early, and that will result into your grade. In a moment, I'm going to break out in the breakout rooms. Miss Canella is going to be talking to you guys. Sorry, I'm just reading your message. So wait, who?
So David, Yerlin, Boris, Justin, and Natalie for support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be breaking those people that just heard your name. You're going to be breaking out into a breakout room with Miss Canella in a moment. And then other people that need extra help here, I'm going to stay here and just help you guys as much as I can. Are we clear? Any help? Any questions? Sorry, I said any help. Any questions? Anyone? All right, so I'm going to open up the breakout room for Miss Canella currently. By the way, you should all be going to Google Classroom right now. Justin, I understand you're on the phone. I am definitely working on getting you a laptop, sir. So, should I put Miss Martinez in there with you, Miss Canella, or yes? Miss Martinez, you want to be in there, or you rather be here, wherever you want to go?
Doesn't matter, whatever.
Okay. So.
However you want. It's fine on me.
Fluctuates. You can go from room to room.
Okay. So I'll put that in there. We have David. David, you're going with Miss Canella.
Boris, Yerlin.
Wait, hold on. It's a long list for some reason. Okay. It's like, it has all the kids from last session too. I don't know why. It's weird.
Wait, I'm confused. Sorry, guys, about the music in the background.
So we have David, Yerlin.
David, Yerlin, Natalie.
Justin.
Boris, and Justin.
Oh, Boris too? Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, guys, I'll see you in a minute, and everybody else should be working. Please tell me when you're done. That way I can check your work before you leave the Zoom session.
Hold on. Oh, wait, I can't. There we go. All right. Hello, guys. Unmute yourself. All right. So I just want to go over a few basics. I want to make sure we understand what we need to do. That way I know that when you do your independent work, you're all good to go. So I'm going to pull up a screen. I'm going to pull up a whiteboard. I need everybody to focus, all right? So let's look at this. I am going to draw a coordinate plane. Just want to review a few basics with you, okay? So Justin, I got a question for you. Where this pink circle is, what's that called? The starting point of a graph.
Wait, what?
What's this pink circle called? The starting point of a graph.
I know what it is, but I forgot the name.
It's okay, try your best. Tell me what you know about it. Do you know how you name it as a point?
Hold on. Let me see. Because I know it. Like,
What if I give you two words? Is it the origin or is it an octagon?
to origin.
Okay, the origin. Do you know how we name that origin? What point is this called?
Like what do you mean? Like negative or positive?
Yeah, like what are the numbers that make up the X and Y point of this center point?
Positive.
So 0, 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the starting point is the origin. That's where we start on every graph. So David, if I move to the right, I'm on the x-axis. What kind of numbers is that if I move to the right of 0? A positive or negative, sir?
Positive.
Positive. All right, let me just go get my little, here we go. Let me just go and get this. I want to do this. So, right? These little tick marks are going to represent my positive numbers. So, this would be, if this is 0, this would be 1.
Check it out.
I don't know who that is. Can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. So that would be 1. See, this is why I wish we had Cami Editor for this part. This would be positive 2. This would be positive 3. This would be positive 4. This is my X, which is my horizontal, right? Which goes from left to right. Now, if I move up on the horizon,
I'm back.
what kind of numbers is that? If this is 0, now I go up. What's going to happen to my numbers?
Yes, there is.
Can you please mute yourself? Thanks. If I move up on the horizon, Natalie, what kind of numbers are there? Positive or negative? If I'm at 0 and I go up. Somebody talk to me. What kind of numbers? If I'm at 0 here and now I go 0 and I move up, what's the next number? Somebody. I know you know. Nobody knows? Yerilyn? Boris? Anybody? 0, what would come next if I count? What comes after 0? 0, then what?
1,
Then what?
2,
Then 3, then 4.
Then 3, 4, and so on. Okay, now if we go to the left of 0, what kind of numbers do we have? If to the right is positive, to the left are what?
negative 1.
Good. So good. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, guys, negative 4, and so on, right? Now, if we move down, what kind of numbers do we have on the y-axis?
Negative 1, negative 2,
Good, negative. I don't know who said that, but thank you. Thank you for your help. So here would be like negative 1, right? Negative 2, folks, negative 3, negative 4, and so on. So we're just going to review the quadrants because I want to make sure you know that because that's on today's work. Remember what Mr. R said and what I said earlier, that when you have to identify or name the quadrants, which are the sections of the graph, there are 4 sections. Look, this is one section, which is part 1, right? The X numbers are positive and the Y are positive. This section is section 2 or quadrant 2, where the X number is negative and the Y is positive. Under here, this is the 3rd section for the 3rd quadrant written in Roman numerals. The X is negative and the Y is negative. And on the last quadrant, we have IV, which is 1 before 5 in Roman numeral for 4. The X is positive and the Y is negative. I'm going to stop my share now. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, so now we're going to go present the screen and we're going to work on the work. We still have 19 minutes, so let's open it up. I want you all to do well. So, all right, let me go to Google Classroom.
I got a question. Are we doing the independent practice first or the exit ticket?
Yeah, let's do the independent just because it's longer and it's worth a higher number, okay? Let's do that because that's 30% of your grade, all right? All right, let's try this. All right, it says, please watch this video to answer the question. So for question 1, we're looking for, in the video, we have to pay attention for how many quadrants are there. So here it goes. Okay, learn more. Uh-oh.
Welcome to another Method Man Productions episode. Today's lesson will be about the coordinate plane
Can you all see
and
that?
how to plot points. Pretty easy lesson. Before I start, let's go over some key vocabulary. Let's start with the coordinate plane. Coordinate plane is just the whole graph itself. There's an X and Y axis, which we'll go over in a bit. Coordinates are just a fancy word for the points. So I put a coordinate here, a flower, that's a coordinate. They also call it ordered pair, whichever one your teacher prefers. Coordinates or ordered pair, they mean the same thing. Origin is the very center of the graph. So think about it like a crosshair, a target. The very middle, or the coordinates of 0, 0 is just the origin. Easy way to remember 0, 0 starts with an O for origin. I don't know, maybe it'll help you that way. And the coordinate plane is made up of x-axis, which I highlighted in green right here. If you observe, everything on the right side of the x-axis is positive, and just remember that everything to the left of it is negative. Just take a look at that. That's the x-axis. It goes horizontal, so from left to right.
Here we go, guys. Sorry about that. I wanted to make it better for you to see it. Oh, no, wait.
What? Still searching
Uh-oh. I don't know what happened there.
YouTube for math help? Are the videos from 2006 really helping? Aren't you tired of finding videos that aren't getting you anywhere in math?
Skip the ad. Okay, so we're over here now. We were over here. We're looking for this part.
Numbers above the origin on the y-axis is positive. Everything below the origin is negative.
So as you guys can see, right, the green is the x-axis. To the right of the origin are positive, to the left of the origin are negative. On the y-axis, which is vertical, the numbers on the top are positive and the numbers down are negative. Now, we're looking for how many quadrants are there. Okay, I want you to pay attention to this part.
And to plotting points, there's another important part about a coordinate plane, which are the quadrants. Take a look at that word quadrant. Quad kind of sounds like cuatro. Cuatro means 4.
So in Spanish, it means 4. Quad means 4. So how many quadrants are on the coordinate plane? Yerlin, how many quadrants?
4.
4. Does everyone see quadrant 1 in orange, quadrant 2 in yellow? And I just showed you quadrant 3 in green and quadrant 4 in purple. Yes? Okay.
In Spanish.
We're going to actually stop this now. We're going to go back to our independent work now. So we're going to go back to our Google form. We're going to do, what happened here? We are going to go to our Google Classroom. We're going to open this form up, and we are going to do number 1. After watching the above video, how many quadrants are on the plane? Type your answer in the chat. How many quadrants are on the plane? And the person that's going to give me the answer is Justin. How many quadrants are on this coordinate plane, Justin Bodo? I got 4, 4, 4. Mr. Bodo? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
How many quadrants are on the coordinate plane? We just saw it in colors.
4.
Good. Everyone put 4. Using the coordinate plane below to answer question 2 and 3. So question 2, which letter shows 4, 3? A, B, C, or D? Well, let's look at A. Is this number on 4? Does A say 4? Come off mute. No. How about B? Is the X on 4? Ian said yes, and Justin said yes. How about C? 0, 4, is that right? No. What about D? Is the X on 4? No. So which answer choice is 4, 3, guys?
B.
B. Now, using the same graph, we want to find 3, 4. Which one shows 3, 4? Well, we know that B, as you all just said, the X is 4. I start at the origin, move 4 over to the right, and move up 3 for the Y. Now we want to do the opposite. We want to go 3 to the right and 4 for the Y. So Boris, get that camera on, young man. You don't have my permission to turn it off. So Boris, in choice D, does this say X is 3 and Y is 4? Yes or no?
No.
It doesn't? Who agrees with him? Ian, what do you think? Ian,
For the third one, I think it's D.
why?
Because last time in the other class you said that for the first number you start at the x-axis.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to move how many spaces to the over to get to 3?
3,
3, because that's the x, and how much up for the y?
4.
So you pick D, guys. All right, let's do the next one. All right, we did this in class. We want to identify the quadrants. Remember, we said that if we think of a C, right? The C, right? Quadrant 1, quadrant 2 here, quadrant 3 and 4. Boris, I want to know point Q. Point Q is in what quadrant, Boris? What section of the graph is Q in? Boris? Boris?
It's on negative.
Point Q. What number is point Q in? What quadrant is it in? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Q's here. So what number does Q belong to?
2.
2. So you're going to pick the second answer. Got it? Yeah? Okay, go ahead. Let's move yourself. Move on to the next part. Number 5. You want to know point S, Yarlin. Point S. Can you mute yourself? I don't have to mute yourself. I don't have listening privilege. Natalie, mute yourself, Natalie. All right. Point S is in what quadrant? Justin Bodo. Yeah, you. What quadrant is point S in? Quadrant 1, 2, 3, or 4. We want S. I can't hear you.
My mic was muted. It's 4.
4. Good job. 4. Okay, let's do the last one. This one's tricky. We want to know which one of these graphs shows -5, 5. Ian, you want to give it a shot? 2, 4, 6, -2, and -3, -6. Talk to me. Walk me through it. Go ahead, Ian. Why is it A?
No, not
A.
C.
What?
C.
Let's check it out. We're going to go to the vertices, which are the end points. Let's look at A. We want -5. This is -5. And we want to go to +5. This is at -5, +5. So this could be a possible answer. Let's do 2, 4. We start at the origin. We move 2 over to the right. And we move up 4. So this is true. Right? And then this is 5, -2. And then the next point is -3, -6. So therefore it has to be choice A, guys. So pick A. You're going to hit submit, and we're going to go back to the main room now. Let's go back to the breakout room. Leave the breakout room, head back to the main screen, and you'll work on your exit ticket now by yourself.
I think you are. Hold on. Miss Sanchez, you're free